Hello, good afternoon, and welcome in, everybody, here from North Greene High School. A busy day for spring sports on the campus of North Greene High School today. And back on the softball diamond, North Greene and South Greene. There's no adage. I know it's in relationships, and when you pause a job and you get back after lunch, it's we'll pick up where we left off. Well, that's precisely what we're doing today. A game that started, 17 days ago, got paused in the bottom of the fourth inning with one out. That's where we will resume with North Greene leading 5-0 over the South Greene Lady Rebels. We'll take a break and come back. We'll preview this matchup. Our three-man crew on hand here today to witness this resuming, and then a 5-inning game to follow. A lot of action today here on the softball diamond. It's 5-0. North Greene is leading here from First Horizon Green Sports Zone.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money. For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
Hello and welcome back from North Greene High School. Last time these two put the gloves on and wielded the bats, it was at South Greene High School. We played 3.5 innings before the torrential downpour forced us to pick up our tent and move over to Baileyton 17 days past that first out recorded back in the bottom of the fourth. So Haley Williamson will lead off for the Rebels here. A very interesting spot in our lineup, but another installment of the Spotlight game of the week. And it's a continuation of that Spotlight game a few weeks ago where these two initially met back on the campus of South Greene High School. Here today, though, we will play at least 7 innings. We'll play 8 innings probably with that second 5-inning game, and then the rest of the 2 innings here in this first game. But beautiful weather at the ballpark here today. Couldn't be more pleased to bring you action. It's Rebels and it's Huskies. The Lady Rebels, a couple of games since that fateful outing back at home. They're currently 8-2 and 5-1 in district play. North Greene, meanwhile, 8-6 and still undefeated in league play at 4-0. The Huskies, led by second-year head coach Avery Weems, at the helm since 2025 and assisted by his father, Danny. South Greene, meanwhile, led by longtime head coach Amy Hawk, 17th year coaching for her. She's been at the helm since 2010. Assistant coaches Mark Wright and Ashley Williamson for those Lady Rebels, who are 6-1 on the road. Much better road team on the season. And Tyler, we talked about this ad nauseum. South Greene team that's only played 3 games at home this season. They've been much more comfortable, and they've just played a lot more on the road. 7 games, while North Greene is 2-4 here at home, which is difficult to see, especially when you combine their records basketball-wise. A team that hasn't lost a home game in 2 seasons, but a Husky softball team who has fell 4 of their 6 times here at home this year.
Yeah, it is weird to look at. You got one team that just hasn't played a lot at home this year, and one that really has. It's very top-heavy on one side and non-top-heavy on the other, but I think that might benefit South Greene just a tad. Some teams, I like talking to different coaches in different sports, and some coaches swear that their players play better on the road. I don't understand it. I guess maybe you lock in more knowing that you're going you're making a trip to somebody else's house, so you got to take care of business. We were all there at one point. We like to fool around in the locker room or in the field house before games start, so you're not very focused and locked in. So a lot of times whenever teams go on the road, they're more locked in and they're more dedicated to winning the game. So South Greene might do that today, and for North Greene it's kind of the opposite. You're 2-4 at home. A lot of tough teams they played at home, though. You look at some of those that they played here, like Greenville and Elizabethton, and they're looking to get one today in continuation here. I guess it's weird. I guess this would technically count as a road win.
Yeah,
if they carry this out.
I guess I was thinking about that too. You know, it starts as a home game, so and also the time, the duration, if you will. Sometimes you see the first time of first pitch and then the time of the final pitch, and you break it down to see how long your game lasted. Do you do the same for this one, which started 17 days ago? Anyways, it's wild. And it's
17-day
not something that I've had the chance to cover so far in my time here at the high school media level, whatever. And the first pitch of the continuation game is outside for a ball. Hannah Brooks, by the way, 6 strikeouts through 3 1/3 innings before we got to that pause in play. She was absolutely dealing, and she will start Haley Williamson off with a strike on the outer edge. The arsenal, the battery that Hannah Brooks possesses, obviously well known. Very good pitcher from the right-hand side, and able to pitch in a couple off-speed and breaking pitches as she gets a ground ball induced there, and it's a ground ball out to start our continuation game. 2 down, bottom of the 4th. North Greene leading 5-0. If you're just now joining us, yes, that is correct, 5-0. We have already played 3 2/3 innings.
I was wondering the strategy that each coach would go with. Would you continue with the pitchers that you were using in the original matchup, or would you replace the pitcher and use that pitcher in the next matchup, or do you just throw them in every inning today because it's an 8-inning game
Right.
and it's just one more inning than you would normally play? So I'm interested to see the strategy from that side of things.
I'd probably go with the latter there, especially with Game 2 today being that 5-inning variety, and especially when you look at softball, the pitch counts, really you can run it up to infinity and beyond. You just don't really have to keep an eye on them like you do with the baseball pitch counts. The 0-2 by Brooks is inside for a strike 3. Swinging Hannah Brooks with punch out number 7, and we're headed to the 5th. 5-0 North Greene, still shutting out the Rebels here in the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Your project needs power. Williams Electric Supply has it all. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with every wire, cable, switch, and electrical need. No one does electrical better. Williams Electric Supply. Your home needs lighting. Williams Electric Supply has it all. A showroom full of ideas for lighting your home for comfort. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport for unique lighting and every perfect light fixture. No one does lighting better. Williams Electric Supply.
Hello and welcome back from Baileyton. A new pitcher on the mound for the South Greene Lady Rebels here as we continue the game that started back 2 weeks ago, back on March 27th, a game that was postponed in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 1-out recorded. We just saw the last 2 outs of that inning that started 17 days ago recorded. It was a punch out and a ground out. By the way, Hannah Brooks all the way up to 8 Ks here today through 4 completed innings of work. The game's starting pitcher for South Greene, Courtney Bailey, will not come out and start. Instead, it's Nevaeh Davis who came in to relieve Courtney Bailey, if you remember, back 17 days ago. Nevaeh Davis coming in, facing 7 batters, an inning of work, 3 hits, 2 runs allowed, no strikeouts and a walk. South Greene pitching combined, struggling with location that game a little over 2 weeks ago. A swing and a miss on the first ball thrown in by Davis as Heidi Trantham, the North Greene leadoff bat, will step to the plate here first on a sunny day from Baileyton. 77 degrees, partly cloudy day. Wind gusts are getting up there too, reaching up near 20 miles an hour. So pretty windy day here at the ballpark, but a beautiful day for some softball. Heidi Trantham tying the count up 1-1 as the wind starts to whip inward, a southwest blowing wind as Trantham eyes one upstairs, moves ahead in the count 2-1. 5-0 the North Greene lead. And you said, Tyler, this first one will go 8 innings? Or just your traditional 7? You finish out the first 7
first
inning
one goes
game.
the traditional 7, and then the next one will be your shortened 5-inning game.
So a 5-pitch walk issued to Heidi Trantham here, and North Greene will plate their leadoff girl aboard as we pick up here offensively for the Lady Huskies. Game which began as a pitcher's duel of sorts with Hannah Brooks and Courtney Bailey exchanging outs, exchanging strikeouts, but North Greene coming alive in that top of the 3rd inning where they plated 3, and after that 3rd inning it was when South Greene made the change. In the top of the 4th, North Greene will put up 2 and take this 5-0 lead. Glad you could join us here on a Monday to start our week. A busy day for athletics here at North Greene High School, as this is a wild pitch that gets between the wickets of Paisley Brobeck. It allows Trentham to steal second, and North Greene will play their first into scoring position here without an out in the top of the fifth inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Nevaeh Davis winds one in. It's letter high. Both teams in the gray uniforms today. South Greene in the maroon numerals and lettering with the white trim. Gray pants, maroon stockings, and the maroon visors. North Greene is in the gray jerseys, green numerals and letters with the white trim and black pants.
Reminds me of the Pinko game we were at last week.
I'll be easier to read these numbers, but this is swung on, sent to the shortstop, Haley Williamson. That's a big-time throw. Trantham going to scoot over to third in the process, but an out is recorded here in the top of the fifth inning. That's a good play by the senior shortstop, Williamson.
It's so weird being a continuation game, too, because it's not like you start out 0-0 right here. You're continuing where you left off, but it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Like it really
Feels like a brand new game, especially when you get so much time beforehand to warm up.
It feels so much different. And then you're going to have time to warm up in the middle also. So now we've got a pitching change, it looks like.
Yep, looks like they're going to send Bailey back into the game here. We'll keep it right here. It's an odd game. I've still got my old score sheet, Tyler, from the first time they played, and I got some ink that was running from where we got rained on earlier as well. So it just goes to show you how long ago that was and how quickly things just really got paused because that strikeout came in, and then you just saw the game halted. We thought it actually got ended, and the game was going to go final as Sutherland pops her first offering up to the right foul territory. And I think that strike call is as controversial as it was kind of a sign of, hey, we need to wrap this
From the
up
first game.
or we're going to wrap it up, and it's going to be quick.
Something I didn't think about until later also.
Bailey will wind this one, and it's skied high right side infield. Moving over is Nevaeh Davis. She will make the grab for out number 2.
I was thinking later, I think we've talked about it, maybe on air, maybe not. But how many softball facilities do have lights in the county? And South Greene isn't one of them.
Really?
I don't think South
I
Greene
never
has
noticed
lights.
that.
I know. Well, we know North Greene does. We're sitting here right now.
Yeah.
We know-
Chucky Oak does. We were there just a few days ago.
We know Greenville does.
Yes.
I think West Greene. I can't remember if West Greene does or not.
Huh. This is bunted on by Kinley Estep. The throw over is not in time as Bailey would field it. A run will score for North Greene. It's 6-0 Huskies here in the top of the fifth. So a job well done there by Kinley Estep, and the Huskies plate 1.
Hey, Whitney. Whitney. Do y'all have lights at your field? No. Okay, I didn't think so.
So with 2 outs and a runner on first, Chloe Keys, the DP, will step in and see a first pitch ball. Sliding steal here by Kinley Estep, and she's got a stolen bag to move into scoring position. Chloe Keys of North Greene, the sophomore, and DP for game 1 here today. Not every day, Tyler, you see the all-white catcher's gear like we see Paisley Brobeck garnering.
Sure, that's a pain to keep clean.
Definitely is, I'd say. Probably a everyday thing. I mean, I just think of my time
I guess if it's
with the white pants, you know.
if it's brick dust, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Or not brick dust, red clay.
Red clay.
If it's red clay, you're screwed.
What we
If
got
it's brick
here?
dust,
This is just regular dirt, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah, if it's just dirt like this, you might be able to get it off.
If you were playing at Greenville, you might be all right with that turf batter's box and batter circle.
You might be all right at Chucky Doak also. Got
Yeah,
new turf around
same
the,
there too.
around the home plate.
Is Greenville all turf infield?
All turf infield
Okay,
now.
so yeah, you definitely be good there. This one is a called strike 3, and that is out number 3. So Bailey comes in and gets herself out of the jam with a punch out to end the inning. It's 6-0 North Greene, though, on an RBI sacrifice by Kinley Estep. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Hello once again, and welcome back as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. North Greene leading 6-0. Currently, Hannah Brooks in the midst of a 2-hit bid against these Rebels. As Sadie Knowles will lead things off as we enter the bottom of the 5th. The winding delivery. It's upstairs for ball 1. A run scored without it hit in that last side as we saw the leadoff walk. Heidi Trantham coming to score on the or really call it an infield single there by Kinley Estep. So you would call it a hit, I guess. I was thinking just a sacrifice, but it definitely would be a hit. So a run on 1 hit, you do leave a runner on base. But other than that, able to shut the door with Courtney Bailey coming in to relieve in a game where she started, which you don't see very often.
No,
but
there is something else that I want to mention this just because of how crazy it is. But I saw somebody bring up this point on X yesterday.
the swing and a miss, and punch out number 9 for Hannah Brooks. She's on a groove and a different level right now.
So with the new rules of softball and baseball now, when you get into extra innings, you have a runner on second base, right?
Yes.
I don't think you do in softball's regular season, but once you get into the postseason, I believe you do. But either way, it is possible nowadays to have a perfect game and lose because of that rule.
Mm-hmm.
I had never thought of that until somebody pointed it out yesterday, to where you can pitch a perfect line of, say, 8 innings, no hits, no walks, no errors, no hit by pitches. Right. But if that runner on second makes it home, let's say
two sacrifice flies.
That's all it takes. Yes.
Hannah Brooks will wind in the 0-2. It's swung on and fouled off the umpire's mask. Good showing here today from both sides. The North Greene faithful, the South Greene faithful. Jimmy Bowman in attendance. He's behind the backstop. You see him there in the New York Yankees cap there, getting some video you can find on our social medias. Wherever you do social media, we got you covered at Green Sports Zone and greensportszone.com, where you can catch a recap of today's continuation game and doubleheader.
Jimmy and I have conflicting hats on.
Yes.
Red Sox and Yankee fans. Unfortunately, we're both in the same boat now. Red Sox started off the season pretty poorly. Yankees have lost, I believe, 5 straight now.
And that's the 10th strikeout of the day for Hannah Brooks. I mean, you talk about picking up where you left off. Hannah Brooks with 3 straight strikeouts. She has retired 4 of the last 5 Rebels via the K. That's impressive stuff. And she's got a chance to strike out the side in order here in the bottom of the 5th. So just for reference here, no walks issued by Hannah Brooks. She has faced 16 batters, and she has recorded 14 outs. So 10 of her 14 outs have been by strikeout. And funny enough, she hasn't retired the side by strikeout in order. But a chance to do that for the first time here this afternoon. 0-2, the pitch, low and away, ball 1. Heidi Dean, the South Greene DP, will step in. Dean, the sophomore, looking for her first hit of the season. And it won't be here. High cheese, and Hannah Brooks will strike out the side in order. 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts in a row. South Greene looking for answers. Hannah Brooks and her team leads 6-0 here in the Spotlight Game of the Week.
Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
15 outs recorded by Hannah Brooks so far in this ball game, and Hannah Brooks, you check the line, 11 strikeouts. Pretty good if you ask me. She's hit her stride at just the right time here in this midseason stretch. Tyler, you're talking about this point in the schedule. It's going to be really difficult for the weeks to come as North Greene is looking to build some momentum entering this stretch where we'll have the Tiny Day tournament at the week's end. But a couple of tough opponents on the schedule coming up. Sullivan East, Daniel Boone on Thursday, Jeff County, and a team out of Kentucky on Saturday. And of course, the cards will fall where they may on Sunday. So pool play on Thursday through Saturday, and then the bracket will be on Sunday. But a couple of tough opponents here rolling into next week when you got a couple of district games.
Yeah, and it'll only make you better. I know I think most will tell you they don't really enjoy the Tiny Day tournament. Kind of like a lot of teams don't enjoy playing in the Ladies Classic just because you're inviting so many high-quality opponents in, and it's tough to win games, but at the same time, that makes you a whole lot better.
I just say that's competition. Get over it.
Yeah, it really prepares you for later on down the road when you're playing those important conference
Let's not play hard teams.
Games.
We don't want to win. That's ridiculous. Hey, a strikeout here by Courtney Bailey as she has come in and shown some flashes after starting this game with a couple of strikeouts before things unraveled for her defense. 6-0 North Greene, as they will look to get the ball rolling offensively. They've put up all 6 of their runs here in the last 3 half innings. As we all see the Husky batting order for the 4th time through. Josie Graham, by the way, or that's Addie Dean, excuse me. So Addie Dean sat down by the strikeout. We got 2 outs there, don't we? So Dean strikes out looking. I believe that was Josie Graham. No, Josie Graham's going to step in now, isn't she?
So
this is Josie. So Dean struck out.
I guess I thought it was a strikeout and it was ball.
Okay.
There was an ABS challenge. We missed it.
Okay, there was. So Addie Dean will strike out, and Josie Graham, who has walked 3 times in this game,
and
will step
potentially
in for a 4th.
could make it a 4th.
Yeah. 3-0. She's way ahead with an out, nobody on. Big swing and a miss here on the 3-1 breaker. The count now at 3-1. Bailey wasting no time as Graham will line one foul. It's off and petering off into the woods past the left field fence.
Should be able to find that one.
Bailey moving quickly back to the rubber here. The payoff pitch underway. Graham going to lift it high and deep left side. That ball is gone. Josie Graham on a payoff pitch makes it 7-0 with one swing of the bat.
Foul.
But it's foul. Oh, no. Oh, no. Josie Graham, what a shot, but it's just foul. And we'll redo the payoff pitch. And it's a walk for the 4th time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man.
You had us all fooled.
I mean, I was convinced. That foul pole needs to get a little higher.
You had us all fooled.
Okay. That's just unfair. Josie Graham has walked 4 times, which might even be more impressive
than a home run itself.
Than hitting that homer. 185 to left field. The fence that sits about, well, let's see if I stand up now and reach my hand, about 12, 15 feet high off the ground. An impressive shot there by Josie,
I think
which will not count for a 7th run.
I think the parts of the fence are like 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so 10.
Well, it looks like this one's a little short. I don't know.
This one is a little shorter.
I don't know. I'm going to go with what you said. It looks like about 12, 15 feet. I don't know if we could get up there and hit the top of it.
Graham steals second, and a throw back by Brobeck will allow her to coast into third base. And Josie Graham is 60 feet away from becoming that 7th run of the game, which I mistakenly thought she was. The 2-1 is laid off upstairs. Well, 6-0.
I'll be honest, I thought it was going to.
I mean,
I thought it was also fair.
It looked incredible off the bat there as Hannah Brooks will draw the walk on 5 pitches, back-to-back walks drawn by this Husky offense, and there's 2 on with 1 out.
You weren't the only one fooled, but once I looked back and seen that she wasn't running around the bases,
right,
I thought, uh-oh.
I was a little late on that. I was looking at where the ball had gone. Didn't really get my head turned around in time. And I saw Whitney Reeves out here in center field turn around and say, it's foul. It's foul. Well, it was a fortunate beat for South Greene. They've since walked the 2 that followed them. But yet again, here we are. Maddie Phillips will step in with an out and runners on the corners. A 1-for-3 day for Maddie with a single back in the 3rd inning 17 days ago.
Double play in effect also.
Well, they're going to steal the courtesy runner here.
Yeah, I missed that.
On that first pitch. So
double play is not in effect.
After a strike call, going to even up the count 1-1. Kindly Listick, the sophomore courtesy runner, in as Coach Amy Hawk will call a mound meeting here with her relieving pitcher. And the battery will come up and have a discussion in the circle as well. Beautiful day for some high school sports. Got the tennis teams in action. Greenville and North Greene tennis just in front of our location behind the North Greene dugout on the first base side. You've also got action on the Diamond Tundra today. North Greene baseball playing host to Cloudland in a District 1 single A matchup.
Senior night.
Yes, senior day. I didn't know that until
doubleheader.
Coach Buchanan told me that. With over 3 weeks left in the season, you got senior day here on April 13th.
A lot of reasons for that when it comes time for spring sports, though. Sometimes I think I tend to forget. You have prom that you have to schedule around also.
You do? I know prom for some. I know for Greenville it's this Saturday. 2-1 upstairs here, and it's going to be 3-1 in North Greene's favor. Phillips will step in, the Husky center fielder. Will put a swing on one, but it's fouled off in the dirt. And it's 3-2. Something North Greene's done exceptionally well at tonight and today. Has just been able to work up those counts and run up that pitch count for that opposing pitcher. This is driven through left side. It's gloved by the third baseman Burrell. The throw is in time, but the run will score. So an RBI fielder's choice here. And it's 7-0 Huskies. So the run in Josie Graham will score. At third base there for South Greene. That's a pretty good play there by Bailey Burrell, the freshman. Ball low here to start the at-bat on Heidi Trantham. Trantham also has got on board twice by a base on balls. This is a wild pitch. It allows Listick to score from third, and it's 8-0 North Greene. Another South Greene mistake that North Greene will take advantage of. So after an RBI ground out by Maddie Phillips, Trantham sees just one pitch, and it's a ball, and the bases are wiped clear. 8-0 Huskies. It's 1-1. There you count. Also see the Husky track and field team getting some work in on the football field. So kind of got this diamond of action here today. South Greene and North Greene on the softball diamond. One part of that quadricep. This is lifted up off the bat of Trantham. Shallow right field. Macy Roberts will trot in to make the grab for out number 3. But the Huskies will plate a couple more. They take an 8-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning as you listen to the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Hello and welcome back from North Greene High School. The Huskies' lead is stretched to 8 here as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. Hannah Brooks has dealt the rest of the way through on a game that started way back on March 17th. Here we are, or March 27th, excuse me. Here we are 17 days removed from the first 4 innings being played. The last 2 innings have breezed by. A couple of runs put up by North Greene in consecutive innings, and they take this 8-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th. So 6 more outs left to get, and then we move on to game number 2 of today's doubleheader. Hannah Brooks, again, in the circle, looking to close this one out for this North Greene Husky team. Courtney Bailey, who's coming to pitch for South Greene. And a very odd spot. Again, you talk about the oddities of this game, this continuation game. Courtney Bailey, who starts the game back on March 27th. She is replaced by Nevaeh Davis for an inning. Nevaeh Davis
Not even
starts.
an inning.
Yeah. Nevaeh Davis starts here to begin the day, and then she records 1 out, and then Bailey comes back in to relieve a game in which she started.
Softball is weird.
Softball is weird. Continuation games, a little bit weirder. Brooks will spin one in. It's just outside for ball 2. Beautiful weather on hand here today.
It's 70, a little more cooler
77.
than I thought of it, yeah.
Partly cloudy.
Or I guess I should say a little more chilly. I don't know if cooler is the right word to use.
Great time in the spring calendar when you see the blankets get thrown off and everybody's just, okay, I'm wearing shorts for the rest of the year up until we hit October and football season. Then the blankets come back out and we redo this whole process. Brooks winds one in. The 2-2 is lifted left side. It's hooking and falls behind the South Greene dugout. So the count ties at 2-2. Reagan Arwood at the plate for South Greene. 9-1-2 at the plate here as we begin here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch outside by Hannah Brooks. Reagan Arwood still running for that District 2 County Commission seat. Saw her actually at the radio station a few days ago, actually, doing her interview with Ron Metcalf. So very interesting to see a young lady, 18 years old, running for an office like that. Very interesting indeed, and even back to basketball season. Just such a fun storyline as well to sit there and talk about. 8-0 the North Greene lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Full count. And Arwood at bat that has lasted probably the longest that we've seen here today against Hannah Brooks. She's able to get in and out of counts rather quickly, and she will ultimately end with a strikeout. That's going to be punch out number 12 on the day for Hannah Brooks, just a junior, and she has retired 5 straight South Greene batters by way of the K.
That's pretty impressive.
5 straight strikeouts, 6 of the last 7 after striking out the side in order in the 5th inning. She's been on an absolute tear here, and the lineup will turn over. Whitney Reeves, we got her name right this time. Although she's not. She says she's wearing the blue cleats.
They are blue.
They're blue and white.
White, yeah.
So cut us some slack, Whitney. The 0-1 is called strike on the center of the plate.
To be fair, she did say bright blue cleats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whitney, I don't know if those are as bright as you proclaim them to be.
Hannah Brooks way ahead. Will fire in the 0-2. It's swung on and fouled off the catcher, Charlie Turnmeyer. So the official will give them a few moments to walk it off. And Turnmeyer, that is. And Whitney Reeves will now step in with an out and nobody on. Brooks fires one in. Reeves stays alive, fouls it off the chain link fence. North Greene coming off of a brutal 5-4 loss against Greenville on the road this past Friday night. South Greene also looking to continue its momentum. This is driven and caught by the second baseman, Eva Leonard, and it's a pop out for the second out of the inning. Tyler, you were telling me that last South Greene game, an absolute thriller of sorts, a 10-3 win against Johnson County.
Longest first inning ever. I believe it stretched close to 40 minutes. The score at the end of the first was 6-3. The final was 10-3. So you score 9 of the 13 total runs in the first inning.
Power on power here with 2 outs and nobody on. Courtney Bailey versus Hannah Brooks. Bailey on the season, .593 batter, will step in from the right side here. We'll put a swing on to one and lifts it high to the left side. It's out of play. Yeah, I think it's even more remarkable, Tyler. You look at her slugging percentage, it's .1074. And for those at home, that means she averages a base and at bat, which is incredible. An on-base percentage at .645. It's just amazing. With 5 doubles and 4 triples on the season, the senior, who's also driven in 15 runs. Her batting numbers way above what they were a year ago. The average over 150 points higher. On-base percentage likewise about 80, 90 points higher. But it's just been so good at the plate for this Rebel softball team, and not to mention the work that she's been able to do in the circle.
I'd argue South Greene's most valuable player.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could argue 1 and 2 in the batting order. Both could be your most valuable, the way they've both swung the bat here this season.
Courtney's pitching, I think, adds an extra layer to it.
Complete player, just named to the All-Greene County basketball team. They just released over the weekend as well.
Go check that out if you haven't yet. We all got a say in it this time.
We did. Hannah Brooks looking to have the final say in this matter. The 2-2 is lifted up right side, and it's fair. And Courtney Bailey will land safely at first base. That'll break up the stretch of strikeouts for Hannah Brooks, as Courtney Bailey, like she does so frequently, able to get on base there. That's her first hit of the game, which is pretty rare to see. That puts an end to now. I'll go back and it's
deceiving from where we're sitting right now.
9 straight retired until that Courtney Bailey single. It is, though. Didn't it look foul?
Yes, I thought it was foul. That's why I didn't switch over.
To our defense, I think Bailey also might have thought it was foul. She was not
in position for an extra
second base. Yes. The 0-1,
which a double is
called strike. Yes, it is. It is. We were told that. Can't confirm that is true. Doubles and triples and homers are extra base hits, but not singles with a plus air base. This is up the middle, and Graham makes a throw for out number 3. We're out of the inning. It's 8-0 North Greene. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
In Greenville, we blend beauty with Southern charm.
From sharp cuts to flawless color and perfect extensions, we make dream hair real.
As milkshake experts, we deliver exclusive treatments, glosses, and pro product advice. Finish your look with nails and waxing done with care.
Relax and recharge with our signature Japanese head spa.
Come experience the Main Brand difference.
At the Main Brand Hair Company,
we wrangle your tangles.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside. Or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
South Greene gets a Courtney Bailey single. That'll break up a stretch of 9 retired batsmen for Hannah Brooks. But other than that, the zeros continue to be stacked on by the North Greene pitcher, who's allowed just 3 hits so far here today. Currently an 8-0 North Greene lead as we enter the final inning of play. It's funny, if you're just now tuning in, you didn't catch the game 2.5 weeks ago. This is a game that was stopped in the bottom of the 4th inning with an out. So we knew we were going to get 3.5 innings of play today. Well, I guess 3 2/3 innings of play here today. You're also going to get an extra 5-inning game to follow. So stick around after the game. We'll have Game 2 action right here on First Horizon Green Sports Zone. It will be South Greene, North Greene Part 2. It'll be a 5-inning game to complete our Monday doubleheader as these two teams pick up where they left off a few weeks ago. Leading things off for the Huskies, Charlie Turnmeyer, as 6, 7, and 8 come to the plate. Turnmeyer, Sutherland, and Eastep. Thought we had a home run last inning. Thought we had a foul ball. As well.
It's hard to judge it from out here.
You talk about that tiny day schedule for North Greene coming up. You've got Boone and you got East on Thursday after a trip on the road to Sneedville tomorrow at Hancock County. But for South Greene coming up, a very brutal stretch. I mean, I think they probably got the shortest end of the stick. They got Morristown West and Cloudland on Friday. They've got Granger and Boone on Saturday at 10 and 12:30 Saturday morning. And then TBD on Sunday. That's a tough 2-game slate there with Boone and Granger. Granger, one of the best the region has to offer. Of course, playing in Greenville's District 2 3A. Defeated the Lady Devils once already this season.
So weird to look and see Knox Central from Kentucky.
Yeah, I thought that too. Thought it was a typo earlier. Also, though, South Greene team that's going to be playing at Greenville here in a couple weeks on March 24th.
April
24th, yes. Excuse me. That's right. I believe that will be a Friday at South Greene Greenville game. This is pieced up the middle for a base knock. And once more, North Greene will get its leadoff man aboard in Charlie Turnmeyer. That's her first base hit. First time reaching so far today as she grounded out the previous 3 at-bats. And with no outs and a runner on first, Traylon Sutherland will step in. A 1-for-3 day for Sutherland. She singled back in the 4th. Or, excuse me, no, they're going to switch up the order here.
Yeah, I think Turnmeyer was pinch hit for also. 17 in the game now.
Listick. Okay, so did they pinch hit Listick or did they just send her in to run? So Listick will be gunned down here at second base. The throw is on time and on location. Paisley Brobeck, who did so well last season with the caught stealing, had just 3 pass balls, had 15 caught stealing last season in over 90 innings at the catch position. So far this season, obviously the glove has been good. The arm has been incredible for Paisley Brobeck as she erases the single to lead things off there. So the 2-1 is missed.
Two balls and a strike, apparently.
Call strike here will
Is that what the
move it to full 3-2.
Did I hear 2 balls, 1 strike?
This is swung on and it's dribbled in the dirt.
Scoreboard says 3. Game changer says 3. I believe I heard him say 2.
So the pinch hitter in for North Greene, it's Briley Lutz, the freshman.
Not sure how many balls are right now.
And you did have Listic
that was
reach by a single, so not
No,
not
I guess
a
it was
Turnmeyer
3.
single.
No? Even she's confused.
So there was a ball outside?
So that was a ball, but there were 2 balls because she just tried to go to first because that said 3 balls on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Now
we're gonna get together and discuss here. I think North Greene. Okay, so the umpire is gonna give her the bag at first. So it was the 4th ball. So
okay.
A little miscommunication there. Everybody a little bit rusty. This game has been going on
It
for
is
17
very
days.
weird. Yeah, we'll lock you in for game 2.
We will. Briley Lutz will walk and steal the bag. We'll have another pinch hitter here for North Greene. I believe that's going to be Lydia Fillers, the senior, one of the 3 seniors on this North Greene softball team. It was a wild pitch that it advanced Lutz to second. This one is upstairs here.
Lydia have a really good day at Chucky Doak earlier in the season when we did our first softball live stream.
I'm trying to think. You know, as fast as that spring season is, you jam-pack it.
There was a lot that
so
happened
much.
that game, too.
Yeah,
It was a 9-8 final.
Such a
lot
long
of
game.
stuff.
2-2 pitch way upstairs. It'll fill the count up 3-2. Lutz will get the lead at second. Fillers watches it low, and that is a called strike 3. The 2 outs here as Fillers sat down. And Chloe Keys is in the lineup to bat 9th, but I think we're going to have another pinch hitter here for the North Greene Lady Huskies. Another day where I did not bring my...
No knocks.
Yeah, no binoculars again at the ballpark here today. So I know Destiny and Lydia Fillers, 2 of the 3 seniors on this North Greene team. This is looked at by Fillers for strike 2. It's 1-2. So Lydia Fillers strikes out. Destiny Fillers currently down 1-2 in the count. The 1-2 is lifted back foul. I'd say it's pretty dangerous to put a tennis court right there. I mean, you might be in the middle of your tennis match and you might see a big yellow ball flying towards you on a foul back, as we nearly saw there.
Matthew, where'd you park at today?
Far enough away.
Well, I didn't. So if
I
somebody
know.
gets a hold of one,
I saw it on the way over here. If Sutherland puts a shot over the right field fence and she goes oppo, you might be in trouble.
I'm not even thinking Sutherland, too. Josie put a charge in one. And
yeah.
I know we've got Courtney and Whitney who have power, too. So please do not hit one oppo taco to right field. Or if you do, don't make it past the scoreboard.
And if you do, and if you want to, go hit that gray Honda Accord.
I know we've got plenty of auto body repair shops that'll help us out.
Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Back-to-back Ks as Courtney Bailey gets out of it. 8-0 North Greene leads. South Greene down to their final 3 outs when we return. This is the continuation of the Spotlight Game of the Week.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
Hello and welcome back from Baileyton. 3 outs left to get for the North Greene Huskies to complete this complete game shutout by Miss Hannah Brooks. Also a 3-hit bid in the works as well. Hannah Brooks been able to miss bats. She's been able to make the most of her time out on the mound today, or in the circle rather, today, much like she did the first time these two duked it out 17 days ago, until that one was stopped due to weather. Hannah Brooks will throw in the first pitch of the inning, and it's a called strike right down the pipe. Leading off for the South Greene Rebels, Haley Williamson batting cleanup at the shortstop position. Another strike here as she falls behind Williamson, that is. The 0-2 pitch is lifted foul by Williamson. A game in which started 4 consecutive zeros put up until North Greene would put the first 3 on the game in the top of the third. Since then, all Huskies, 8 straight in the third through the 6th inning, and they've done it on 6 hits. Not a lot of wasted, talking about wasted motion as a pitcher. They've not had a lot of wasted movements or wasted at-bats, a lot of waste in general. North Greene team that's scrappy as it is, you can't give them chances, and had several free passes that have expedited the process, and you combine that with Hannah Brooks' success in the circle. She's been incredible. Another strikeout for Hannah Brooks. That's number 13 on the day. And now, every player in the South Greene lineup except for Whitney Reeves has struck out. So she has retired 8 of the 9 bats in this South Greene order. The first pitch swing and lift up foul, and it's off the fence.
Caught, but not an out.
Yeah. We learned that at, what was it, Chucky Doak?
No. Greenville, off the top of the fence and came back in.
It was Kinsley Lewandowski that caught it, and I was going ballistic. I thought she had just made a play of the year. No, it was a dead ball. Hannah Brooks will fire in the 0-1. It swung on and right through it. Hannah Brooks just waving bats left and right. Mowing through this lineup time and time again, not even completing her 3rd trip through. And another swing and a miss, another K for Hannah Brooks. 15 on the day, 14, for Hannah Brooks in the strikeout department. That's the 3rd strikeout for Nevaeh Davis. She has retired 4 Rebels twice by strikeout, and she has retired 1 now 3 times. First offering is skied right side by Sadie Knowles. This game's almost wrapped up, Tyler.
I'm interested to see if Hannah goes back out there for game 2.
Mm-hmm. I am too.
If not, maybe an appearance from Maddie Phillips.
This is on the ground right side. Sutherland steps on the bag for out number 3, and the ball game is over. Magnificence from Hannah Brooks. A complete dominating effort on the hill and in the circle, and Hannah Brooks delivers on the complete game shutout 3-hit bid. Huskies win it 8-0 in the first of 2 games that we'll see here today. So the 2 will shake hands, and I'm guessing we'll stay in the same dugouts, but home will become away, and away will become home. And they will play another game here today, a 5-inning variety, and we will get that one as well. We'll get to it in just a few minutes. We'll come back shortly and wrap this one up before we get you set for game number 2. Your final here in game number 1, though. It's North Greene 8, South Greene 0 for your First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money. For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
Your project needs power. Williams Electric Supply has it all. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with every wire, cable, switch, and electrical need. No one does electrical better. Williams Electric Supply. Your home needs lighting. Williams Electric Supply has it all. A showroom full of ideas for lighting your home for comfort. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport for unique lighting and every perfect light fixture. No one does lighting better. Williams Electric Supply.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Well, this one is all wrapped up. North Greene 8, South Greene nothing. And game number 1, stick around. We'll have doubleheader action as we continue and complete this season series here on a Monday doubleheader. So we'll get to that one here in just a moment. But first, let's wrap up this first one. A game which began back on March 27th, rained out and postponed, pushed back, and we resumed it starting in the bottom of the 4th here today with an out and the South Greene Rebels at the plate. And something that did not change from that game 2.5 weeks ago, Tyler, was the dominance that we saw today from Hannah Brooks. Let me read you this line. Complete game shutout, 7 innings of work, 2 hits allowed, no runs, 14 strikeouts, no walks. 103 pitches, and that's pretty impressive as well. 103 pitches in 7 innings, 77 strikes in those 103 pitches. That's a strike percentage of 75%. That'll play any day. My goodness. I mean, these numbers just continue to just astound you. She also averaged, let's see here, 103 over 7 innings. That's a little under 15 pitches per inning. That's pretty efficient. Great day at the office by Hannah Brooks, obviously the game starting pitcher. She faces 3 more than the minimum. South Greene only had 3 base runners here today, 2 singles, and then an error back in the 3rd inning, which let Whitney Reeves on. You got to start there. The dominance from Hannah Brooks, 14 strikeouts today from the junior right-handed pitcher. She was fantastic.
Absolutely, and you want those performances around this time also when you're heating up in April before you get into May. And the bats didn't really come alive. I don't know how many hits in total.
6.
Only 6 hits. So you score more runs than you had hits, but North Greene likes doing that. They like to draw walks, steal bases, and get on in different ways other than hits. So it was a good day at the office for Hannah Brooks. That's the least you could say about it. I mean, my goodness, looking at those gaudy numbers, and what'd you say, 75% strike percentage?
Yeah.
That's incredible. And South Greene is not able to get anything going in that one. I'm curious to see if she goes back on the mound. I'm curious to see, do we see Maddie Phillips? I see Maddie warming up right now. She was also warming up before the continuation of this, so we'll figure that out very soon also. But Hannah Brooks, my goodness.
And North Greene gets the victory here. Despite the long layaway, they do get an 8-0 in game number 1. Our final line, North Greene 8 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, 7 runners left on base. South Greene struggled at the plate facing the hot start in the hot pitching Hannah Brooks, who holds the Rebels to no runs on 2 hits, 4 errors for the Rebel defense, and 3 runners left on base. Just 3 more than the minimum Hannah Brooks had to face here. We'll see where she ends up on the defensive side of things here in game number 2. But until then, we'll take a short break, run a few ad spots as well, and get you to game number 2 action between North Greene and South Greene here in just a moment. You're listening to the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon Green Sports Zone.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
In Greenville, we blend beauty with Southern charm.
From sharp cuts to flawless color and perfect extensions, we make dream hair real.
As milkshake experts, we deliver exclusive treatments, glosses, and pro product advice. Finish your look with nails and waxing done with care.
Relax and recharge with our signature Japanese head spa.
Come experience the Main Brand difference. At the Main Brand Hair Company,
We wrangle your tangles.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside, or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
Hello, welcome back from North Greene High School. Game 1, our final, North Greene 8, South Greene nothing. Thanks for sticking around. Game 2 of our doubleheader starting here in just a moment between South Greene and North Greene, as the Rebels will look to even up the season series. Before we get to that, some scores from around the area. North Greene baseball hosting Cloudland in their senior day festivities just across the campus here at North Greene High School. That game is currently tied in the bottom of the first inning. Elsewhere, West Greene and South Greene. Tyler, did you know they played today? It was their makeup game.
Yes.
That got rained out, but it's 1-1, all tied up in the bottom of the first. The South Greene team, despite the struggles this season, they have looked a lot better as of late. And then in the softball realm, Chuggadook is leading Hampton 4-1 in the top of the fourth inning of that affair. You've also got a Greenville scheduled game for later today. Greenville on the road at Cherokee. That one will be slated for 7 o'clock, so a later update that we'll get you to. But that's all your games going on so far, so you're all caught up here in between games in our doubleheader here on a Monday afternoon. Was gonna kind of deliberate about the pitching differences that we might see in this second game, Tyler. You said Hannah getting that go in the first one, obviously pitching a couple weeks ago this one, but Maddie Phillips likely to get the go here in game number 2.
Yeah, and it'll be different for South Greene. You wonder what they're going to do also, because you saw them try to start back with Reagan where they did before and then put Courtney in. You don't know how their pitching matchup's going to go also. But going to Maddie Phillips, we've seen her before also. She's a very capable pitcher. She's a very good pitcher too. But it'll be a little different on both sides. I'm just curious to see the whole strategy behind everything, because you've got a little break here in between the games, and it's kind of like you just played a little bit of a warm-up, only playing 3 innings. So I'm more intrigued. It's one of those where you can't really guess what's going to happen. You can't really talk about what's going to happen, because at the moment we know nothing. We don't even have lineups for the next game. We don't know if they're remaining the same. We don't know if there's players being subbed out. So this is definitely a first time.
You also got a new pitcher, it looks like, for South Greene here in game number 2 as well, as we see 2 different South Greene Arms warming up here, but that's all still to come. Part 2 of our doubleheader is on the way. North Greene and South Greene here looking to even up the season series after North Greene victorious in game number 1. 8-0. We'll get you to game number 2 here momentarily from North Greene High School as you watch the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hard-working equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
When it comes to healthcare, no one wants to feel rushed. At Abundant Healthcare Clinic in Greenville, we take the time to listen, explain, and truly care. We're a nonprofit clinic backed by 60 years of experience from Evergreen Life Services. From sports and routine physicals to common illnesses and minor injuries, we focus on you, not the clock. Call 423-278-2501 to schedule your appointment today. Abundant Healthcare Clinic. We take the time. Others don't.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
Hello, and welcome back from North Greene High School as we get you set for game number 2 of our doubleheader. We'll lay the scene, then take a break and get you to first pitch. A first pitch that's probably going to be a little bit quicker than anticipated here as we just played 3.5 innings, the bottom of the 4th and then the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning of game number 1 to complete that game in which North Greene would run rampant and roughshod, especially from the circle. Hannah Brooks' 14 strikeouts would lead the way for North Greene's 8-0 victory. I should say it could pave the way for that 8-0 victory for North Greene in 7. We'll play 5 here in game number 2. So all in all, 8.5 innings to be played here from Baileyton on a Monday afternoon. But let's talk about it. North Greene now with the win, 9-6 on the season. South Greene will fall for just the 3rd time this year, now at 8-3. We talked about the success that South Greene has had on the road this year. They're currently 6-2 on the road. I guess you could say 6 1.5, Tyler, as we played half of this game on home turf and away turf on a Monday. But anyways, North Greene improves to 7-2 at home with the win, and it looks like both teams heading back to the dugout. So we might get first pitch here in just a moment, but a lot to be excited for here as we turn the page and flip the script to complete our Monday afternoon doubleheader.
It's fun to see the game flip over and it's a new game starting because you didn't really find much excitement restarting a game that was already 5-0. You get a little more excitement now to where you have a clean slate. It's 0-0 now. You've got 2 teams that have new pitchers. You're wondering, do you have new lineups? So it's a brand new game now, and you'll really see the point that you were talking about before. South Greene doing spectacularly well on the road this year, and North Greene kind of struggling here at home. So you're going to see that be true now because you're actually getting a full-length, not even a full-length game, just a 5-inning game, but still you're seeing a true home-and-away matchup now.
And we'll keep it right here. Hop right into the top of the first inning. North Greene and South Greene will wipe the scoreboard. It's 0-0 now as we begin this second game. And it's just funny how that thing works out because you picked up and it was, well, what was it? It was 5-0 Rebels back in the bottom of the 4th inning. and then we had the 3, and then we completely scratch it here and start afresh here for game number 2. I'm ready. Tyler's ready. Ethan Cooper's ready. Our 3-man crew on hand here today from Baileyton. Jimmy Bowman has exited the premises after the conclusion of game number 1. Plenty of stuff to come see and watch here today at North Greene on the campus. 3 other sports in action. But here we are for softball to complete our Monday night coverage from Baileyton. And Maddie Phillips will get the start in the circle. I got to get that verbiage right. And leading off, see the blue cleats, will be Whitney Reeves. Leading things off for the South Greene Lady Rebels. Maddie Phillips, a little bit different delivery. This is upstairs for a ball. And we're underway for game number 2. Reeves jumps ahead. Did reach by error. One of just 3 base runners that we saw in game 1, but overall 0 for 3 in that first game. Maddie Phillips, by the way, a lot more pitching last season as she has had so far this year. Last year, Maddie Phillips, the 2025 All-County selection. In the circle, 42 2/3 innings pitched with 25 strikeouts against 27 walks. So that number 2 arms, we saw her pitch in Murfreesboro at the state tournament as well, did we, with Maddie Phillips. So plenty of promise, plenty of talent on in the circle, I guess I could say, as she responds with a strike, her first of the day, and Whitney Reeves, the leadoff batter, will now get on board here from the leadoff spot. Phillips quickly back to the rubber. Will spin one in. The 3-1 on the ground, left side. It's handled and thrown across. Addie Dean, the freshman, with the 6-3 putout as we begin here in game number 2.
It's a good way to get back after starting 3-0 also. You don't want to walk somebody to start the game right there, and when you get 3-0, a lot of ways to get out of the jam right there, and inducing a ground ball is a really good way to do it and let your defense behind you do the work for you and put your trust in them.
Definitely is a great way to start. I'll tell you about this South Greene order here after this first pitch as Courtney Bailey steps in and sees ball 1. Leading off, it was Whitney Reeves batting second. Is Courtney Bailey batting third. It's Paisley Brobeck. Kayla Williamson batting in the cleanup spot. We'll see Nevaeh Davis batting 5th. Sadie Knowles batting 6th. And then Roberts, Bent, and Arwood, 7, 8, 9 at the bottom of the order. Strike called here will even it up 1-1 as Bailey will stand in. Defensively for the Huskies here in this second game as Phillips spins in another strike and moves the count in her favor 1-2. Courtney Bailey with an average nearing 600 on the season will step back in and see the equalizing ball in the dirt 2-2. Phillips a little bit slower developing from the circle as we saw Brooks. A little bit more time in between pitches as she misses away here on Bailey. Still just blows my mind, Tyler. Courtney Bailey averaging a
over
base
600.
and at bat. And yes, getting on base at a 65% clip. Will not find any luck here as Phillips sits down her second Rebel in a row, records her first punch out of the day. And just like that, it's 2 outs with nobody on here in the top of the first inning.
Weird part about starting the continuation of a game before playing another game is you kind of get a little sense of momentum going before you enter that second matchup, because we're seeing Maddie pick up right where Hannah left off. She's thrown a lot more balls than strikes so far, but still being able to get out your probably 2 biggest threats so far.
The 0-0 swung on, driven back to the circle, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Maddie Phillips. And the Lady Huskies will move to the home half. Still scoreless here from Baileyton. It's South Greene and North Greene for your Spotlight Game of the Week.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money. For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
Hello and welcome back from Baileyton as we're underway in game number 2. 3 quick outs to start from Maddie Phillips and the Husky Charge. Now, Rebels looking to circle the wagons as we head to the home half, looking to even the series after falling 8-0 in game number 1. Getting the ball first and starting in the circle, the freshman McKenna Bent will go and begin for this Rebel defense. Otherwise, it'll be Paisley Brobeck at third. Whitney Reeves will be the catcher here for game number 2. At first base, Reagan Arwood. Middle infield will be Haley Williamson at short. Nevaeh Davis at second. In the outfield from left to right, Courtney Bailey's in left, Sadie Knowles in center, and Macy Roberts in right field. For this North Greene batting order, Addie Dean will lead things off. The shortstop, the second baseman in the first game, left fielder here in game number 2, Eva Leonard, will bat second. We'll see Charlie Turnmeyer batting third. The catcher, Josie Graham, batting cleanup. Maddie Phillips, the pitcher, will bat fifth. Hannah Brooks will bat sixth. Heidi Trantham, the third baseman, will bat seventh. Traylon Sutherland batting in the 8th hole, and Kinley Eastep will bat ninth out in center field for the Huskies in game number 2. A little bit of a change defensively for North Greene as we saw the battery, a little change. Hannah Brooks sliding over to first base. Maddie Phillips coming in to pitch. Josie Graham going to catch. But leading off, another change in Addie Dean being the leadoff bat. She will launch this one into shallow center field. And, I guess from my vantage point, it just looked a lot deeper than it was. Haley Williamson will just camp underneath it for out number 1. And with nobody on and an out, the 2-hole batter, Eva Leonard, will dig in. Looked and sounded like it was a lot deeper than it actually was, but Eva Leonard will stand in now. Leonard earlier in that first game did not factor in, was just a defensive-only player, was batted for by Chloe Keys. So able to see her with a bat in her hand for the first time in this series. The 1-1 as Bent slows it up and gets a swing and a miss out of Eva Leonard. Looks like we're going to have a handoff here between pitches. Eva Leonard going to get a new wristband maybe on that left wrist. She's down 1-2 in the count. Bent will wind one in, and Leonard sees it away for a 2-2 count. Leonard, of course, the transfer in from Daniel Boone throughout the offseason. Still a ton of, well, not just softball, but basketball as well in her future. Just a sophomore here in this uber-talented sophomore class here at North Greene High School.
Seeing a lot of defensive changes for South Greene also.
Payoff pitch, dribble left side, Brobeck the throw, and got a foul ball called here. Brobeck with a cannon over there at the hot corner.
Yeah, Brobeck.
You can tell what her primary position is.
Sadie Knowles the center. Not quite sure who is playing catcher now.
Whitney Reeves.
Yeah, it looks like Whitney, yeah, now that I look at our screen.
That's a great at-bat there by Eva Leonard as well, as she will draw the walk on 7 pitches. First walk, first base runner of the day for either side, and with a out and a runner on first base, Charlie Turnmeyer stands in. Eva Leonard will steal on the first pitch and will be safe and in scoring position following ball 1. You see the dust kick up here on the field at North Greene High School. Big cut and a miss by Turnmeyer. First we've seen from McKenna Bent, the freshman pitcher this season, Tyler. I think the first pitcher not named Nevaeh Davis or Courtney Bailey to throw.
Good point.
Eva Leonard going to steal third here on the wild pitch and move 60 feet away from becoming the game's first run. Scoreless tie here in the bottom of the first. North Greene threatening with a run knocking on the door. 2-1 batted away. Eva Leonard, you know the speed she possesses. I mean, I feel like you're watching her on the hardwood this winter, and she just moves with a different type of speed. As this is sent up the middle through the hole, and it'll be an RBI single for the North Greene Huskies and Charlie Turnmeyer. 1-0, North Greene grabs the lead off the bat of the second baseman. So Josie Graham, now at catcher for the North Greene Huskies, will step in. Didn't know this, Tyler, but Josie, she's playing for mother-in-law's club volleyball team a couple weekends ago. So she was playing basketball just a few weeks ago, right, at the state tournament early March. And so she transitions to the hardwood, and it's early March. It's softball season, and then she's also playing club volleyball. So you see that sometimes in the spring with those overlapping sports, but you throw in another one. Not only do you make it to the state tournament, but you also just want to play some travel volleyball. And so you play 3 sports in the span of probably 3 weeks. Not something you see every day.
It's dedication. It's also the love for just all sports.
For the love of the game. The 2-0 pitch is upstairs. We saw Graham with a generational stat line there in game number 1. She was 0 for, but she drew 4 walks. She stole 4 bases. She scored 2 runs. Pretty good day for Josie Graham. Very patient. Team's leader in walks drawn and will swing and miss. Had the green light in the 3-0. Say if you walk 4 times, I think your coach is going to give you the green light. He's going to trust your batter's eye.
I think she did that last game, too, when she had a 3-0 in her 4th walk. I think she had 3-0 and then swung on it also.
This is
and
in the
same
third,
thing, walked.
And she will walk for a 5th time in consecutive at-bats. That is very impressive. She will escort the bat down the baseline with her as well. And North Greene has 2 on with 2 outs, with just the 1 out, here in the first. So second walk issued by South Greene pitching. North Greene leading at 1-0 on an RBI single by Charlie Turnmeyer. Hold on here. It looks like we might have a
pitching change again.
Looks like we will have a change as Coach Hawk steps out on the field. Courtney Bailey, who started game 1, relieved in game 1, will come out and relieve after just an out is recorded here in game 2. So we'll take a 30-second break, come back, tell you about Courtney Bailey as she looks to get South Greene out of a jam.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
2 balls to start the at-bat. You typically see whenever a pitcher comes in an allowance of a couple warm-up pitches. Not so here today for Courtney Bailey, who's already thrown a couple of innings in relief in game 1. So she comes in, does not start here in game 2, but comes in for relief of McKenna Bent and quickly fires in 3 straight balls on Maddie Phillips, the North Greene starting pitcher. A couple of walks so far, and Bailey will slow it up and find the strike zone. North Greene with 2 on and 1 out, with Courtney Bailey back in to pitch. Been a great season for Courtney Bailey in the circle. And this is skied up high into center field. Moving over is Sadie Knoll. She'll catch it for out number 2. A relay is in, so allowed out by Maddie Phillips, but it's a high fly into center field. And South Greene needs just 1 more to get out of the inning. To get out of it, they'll have to face the bane of their existence in game number 1, Hannah Brooks, this time at the plate. Strike 1 at the knees of Brooks. First baseman here in game number 2. Brooks on the season, incredible at driving in runs, just a incredible two-way player in this North Korean lineup. Bailey will rock and wind in the 0-1. It's sent screaming down the first base line. The run will score from second base. Another one is raved around, and Josie Graham. It's an RBI, a 2 RBI double by Hannah Brooks, and North Greene leads it 3-0. Two RBI, two-base knock by the 6-hole hitter. And Brooks puts up a crooked number here in the bottom of the first for the North Greene Lady Huskies. Now it's Charlie Turnmeyer's turn, the third baseman.
Pointing that out also with 2 outs. I mean, you're doing damage with 2 outs. That's clutch. Especially when the runners were at first and second, too. There's no guarantee that they scored right there on any base hit.
So Heidi Trantham will single through the left side. They're going to wave in Hannah Brooks from second base. The relay not in time. The throw to second not in time either. And it's an RBI single with 2 outs as North Greene has put up their 4th run of the inning.
Starting out about as hot as you can right there. And doing it all with 2 outs also. I mean, I'm going to mention it again just because with 2 outs right there, you're thinking that Courtney may be able to get them out of the jam right here, but just 2 really good hits by North Greene. Hannah's was a scorcher down the right field line, but just not a very hard hit ball right there by Heidi Trentham, but just being able to get it in play and sending Hannah home with 2 outs, because with 2 outs, you're running either way.
Traylon Sutherland will step in now with 2 outs and a runner on second. Plenty of power in that bat from Traylon Sutherland. It's a 1-0 pitch. It's grounded to the left. Charging in to make the grab is Brobeck. The throw in time for out number 3, but the damage more than done. 4 runs on 3 hits. North Greene leaving 1 runner on. They take a 4-0 lead into the second as you listen to North Greene, South Greene. It's Greene County Softball on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Your project needs power. Williams Electric Supply has it all. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with every wire, cable, switch, and electrical need. No one does electrical better. Williams Electric Supply. Your home needs lighting. Williams Electric Supply has it all. A showroom full of ideas for lighting your home for comfort. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport for unique lighting and every perfect light fixture. No one does lighting better. Williams Electric Supply.
Middle of the order due up as we welcome you back here from North Greene. A lot of damage done at the bottom of the first. North Greene sends 8 to the plate. They get 4 runs on 3 hits, a 2 RBI double by Hannah Brooks. RBI singles from Charlie Turnmeyer and Heidi Trantham. And the Lady Huskies take a 4-0 lead and pick up right where they left off in game number 1 earlier today. Talk about that momentum starting to build, just a giant snowball effect, Tyler, as we roll into game 2. All of that momentum that North Greene had to end the game on the defensive side and all that energy that they had offensively. Certainly seeing the ball just as good as they did just a few hours ago there in game number 1, but able to pick up and piece together a couple of runs on a couple of base hits there with 2 outs and put together quite the rally there.
You love seeing North Greene dig deep right there, too, with 2 outs, because with 2 outs, a lot of times anything with contact, you're sending the runners regardless. So you saw was Hannah's considered a double?
Yeah.
But still, seeing the runner go from first to home on that's really cool to see in the first inning.
This will be the 3rd ball in a row we've seen from Maddie Phillips. 2nd time we've seen her start a count in that manner. It's Haley Williamson, the Rebel shortstop, leading things off here in the top of the 2nd.
Getting a little more chilly out here now.
Wind's starting to blow. It's been a semi-windy day. That is not a strike, but it is a called strike. And we'll keep the at-bat alive. That was probably across the shoelaces there. And strike 2 will come across the center of the plate. Now, that is a strike. Textbook definition of what a strike would be. the other of what a ball would be. Maddie Phillips going to work back. The payoff pitch sent in. Swing and a miss. With a little help, Maddie Phillips records strikeout number 2, and there's one out with nobody on.
It's a way to draw herself back in. She's done that a lot. I think she needs to put more pressure on herself before she really locks in, because I think that's the third batter that she's faced where she's reached a 3-ball count so far this game.
I'm going to find out for us here. As Nevaeh Davis will step in. She'll pop up the first pitch she sees, left side, middle infield. And Addie Dean is there to make the second out. And despite, she's had those 3-ball counts early on, her pitch count only at 17 through 1 2/3 innings pitched. Now at 19 after that flyout, but still, back to that efficiency that we saw from Brooks in game 1. Maddie Phillips, no different here in the second.
She's only had 2 3-ball counts. Second batter of the game reached a 2-ball count.
The 0-1, called strike over the heart of the plate. And it is 0-2. Sadie Knowles, the Rebel center fielder, digging in. The 0-2, line to the right over the North Greene dugout. It's fouled off, and the at-bat will continue. Sadie Knowles, crafty sophomore. Saw her some on the hardwood this season. Softball-wise, she's been a pretty good bat for this Rebel lineup. The 0-2 lifted up, foul right side, hooking foul, and a grab almost made by the right fielder, Chloe Keys.
And it was fair.
The relay in time, out number 3. What a throw. Just inside the right field line. It's a single, but it's an incredible throw by Chloe Keys to get the Huskies out of the inning. Still 4-0 North Greene. We move to the bottom of the second. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
4-0 North Greene here in the bottom of the second inning. A single for South Greene, all she wrote in the top half as Sadie Knowles thrown out to second, advancing. The first hit of the day for the Rebels. Maddie Phillips still having faced the minimum as 9-1-2 will lead things off for the North Greene Huskies. Kinley Eastep stepping to the plate here as we begin. And the bottom of 2. Rainbow-colored bat for Eastep. I'll turn around a bunt and pull back quickly as the Husky center fielder will jump way ahead, 2-0 in the count. Courtney Bailey coming in to relieve after an out was recorded in the bottom of the first, Since then has come in, has allowed 2 hits, has also gotten the Rebels out of a couple of fits. It's a 4-pitch walk issued to Eastep, and the lineup will turn over. You talk about a table setter. Miss Eastep pretty good at setting the table. Last season, actually 4 homers on the season, which shocked me, but 24 stolen bags, 50 runs scored, reached base at a .504 on base percentage. So the sophomore, and those are freshman numbers, by the way. Think about that. And she will look to steal here. Sliding in head first, she is safe, moving into scoring position. Something that North Greene does, I don't think it's talked about enough, and that is their play on the base pass. I mean, they are very, very good and savvy when it comes to stealing those extra bags. And it ends up adding up. We saw it there in game 1. It was almost an automatic that you were going to get into scoring position if you reached first. Now, you did have one caught stealing, thrown out, but other than that, you're almost always going to get at least an attempt of a steal when you reach first with less than 2 outs.
Especially with some of the speed that North Greene has. You think just off the top of your head, of course, we're looking at Kinley Estep at second, and then you have Addie Dean at the plate, and then you have ones like Josie Graham.
This ball is smoked towards the left side. It'll take one bounce and exit the premises. It's a foul ball. And another ball that looked fair from our vantage point.
It's a very deceiving field that we're at, but North Greene has a ton of speed. So when you stack that up at the top of the order like this right here, you're going to get a lot of stolen bases and a lot of runs. As we saw in the first inning, too, just being able to get them at second and in scoring position on just a basic single.
1 ball, 2 strikes. This one is ripped foul by Addie Dean off the fence of the South Greene dugout. 2-2, excuse me. So Courtney Bailey looking to move through some frustrations here in the second. This is on the ground again by Addie Dean. Incredible bat-to-ball skills by the Husky shortstop Addie Dean. Just a freshman, lauded as one of those next big things here at North Greene High School. This one is into the glove of Paisley Brobeck. A throw immediately across for out number 1. And Kinley Estep will advance to third on the play. So ground out to third base, and with 1 out, a runner on third, we'll see Eva Leonard after drawing her leadoff walk.
Another player with a lot of speed.
A lot of quickness.
You just look at the top of the lineup here.
It's bunted on by Dean, and it is fouled.
Hey, you don't blame her for wanting to bunt also. Dean, Leonard, Turnmeyer, Graham. Look down with Estep actually batting 9th in the lineup as your second leadoff.
The 0-1 line right back to Bailey. It's caught. The throw not in time to grab Estep, who stays put at third. But an excellent play on defense by Courtney Bailey, and the Rebels are not away from getting out of the bottom of the second inning. Helps to have an athlete like Courtney Bailey tossing in that circle. Drop ball here. Finishes as a ball, and it's 1-0. Next pitch also downstairs. McKenna Bent, who started this game, throwing just a third of an inning and facing just 4 batters. Courtney Bailey has thrown the last inning in 1/3, and she has faced 7 since she has come in for relief. Finally finds the zone here, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch called strike swinging. And the count knots up at 2 apiece. Charlie Turnmeyer had that RBI single her first time around. The 2-2 dribbled left side foul. Charlie actually had one of the more impressive stat lines we've seen all season back in one of the Huskies' first games back when they played Chucky Doak on Friday the 13th back in March. 9-8 win. Turnmeyer had bevy of RBIs, I believe another multi-hit day, and she'll get struck out here to end the inning. Courtney Bailey will record punch out number 1, and the Rebels get out of it. North Greene's lead stays at 4. We move to the 3rd. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week on First Horizon Green Sports Zone.
In Greenville, we blend beauty with Southern charm.
From sharp cuts to flawless color and perfect extensions, we make dream hair real.
As milkshake experts, we deliver exclusive treatments, glosses, and pro product advice. Finish your look with nails and waxing done with care.
Relax and recharge with our signature Japanese head spa.
Come experience the Main Brand difference. At the Main Brand Hair Company,
We wrangle your tangles.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside, or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every
Huskies lead 4-0 here in the top of the third. A 5-inning game 2 as we continue to wear on throughout this twin bill. Husky baseball also in action today just across the campus here at North Greene High School. Huskies currently leading the Cloudland Highlanders, a team that is not very good at playing the sport of baseball, but we'll get to that score in just a moment. Maddie Phillips will start the third inning off with a strike inside on Macy Roberts. Roberts will complete the 7, 8, 9 through this line, or the first trip through this lineup, I should say, as we'll see 7, 8, 9 to the plate here as we begin here at the top of the third.
I will say, I don't know if I've ever been here for a softball game and seen the lights come on.
This is ripped by Roberts out in right field, and Keys can't make the grab. The throw to first is not in time. It's a single into right field for Macy Roberts and the leadoff man aboard, and we'll have our first base run of the day for South Greene. So back-to-back singles if you consider that. Sadie Knowles one back in the second. She did get thrown out on the base pass, though. And so North Greene will be tasked with their first trouble of the day. Pinch runner in for Macy Roberts here, as we'll see some new legs trot out of the field. Looks like it will be. Take your shot there. Ashlyn Parton. The junior in the pinch run. So back-to-back singles allowed by Maddie Phillips. How do you respond here in the top of the third? 5-inning game. We talked about it in the break, it being a very interesting game. So how do you deal with it almost like you're already starting in the third inning? Interesting spot. You don't see a ton of doubleheaders at the high school level. See much more at the college game. Typically, we'll only see them if a game gets rained out, which this one did. McKenna Bent, the freshman who started the game in the circle for the Rebels. We'll dig in here. It's a 1-1 strike. It moves the count in Phillips' favor.
Matthew, neither of our college teams did well this weekend, did they?
They did not. They went 0 for 5.
Yeah.
Texas might have went 0 for 6. They played that game last night. I was wondering if they were ever going to call it. It got up till 10 o'clock, and then they eventually made that decision. Texas A&M series in College Station over the weekend. Tennessee Vols got a good one, though. Big win over tough Mississippi State team.
Probably the most viral moment of the weekend came from the LSU series. I'm on one of my final straws with them this year. They're very difficult to watch. They're a very frustrating team to watch. Well, let me tell you, we're 15 games in. I'm about on my last straw with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. Phillips tosses one in. It's fouled off against the fence on the right side.
I mean, when you have the same amount of wins as the White Sox,
doesn't look good.
It does not look good at all.
The Chants are coming alive. The payoff pitch is downstairs for a ball. Got to hold off here a couple times and just make sure that's what they're calling. Seen a couple.
Is this the first time the Rebels have had a runner in scoring position in either game?
Yes. Well, I'd have to go back and see if it was either game.
Another courtesy runner coming out. As we see Josie channeling her inner child, playing with the sand at home plate.
So I think this is the first runner in scoring position across both games. Because you had those two singles in the air, but I don't think either of them reached second. There was no wild pitches. There was no stolen bases. This is straight down the pipe for strike one. 0-1. Rebels looking to take a chunk out of this 4-run lead over the South Greene Rebels. Or over the North Greene Huskies, excuse me. This is hit well. It's right to the second base bag for Addie Dean. Drifted over, almost tagged the bag for a second out. But it's a line out for the first out of the inning. Good play there by Addie Dean. She's had a couple good ones so far.
This is where you want the lineup to be, too, around this time. You talk about putting runners in scoring position for the first time and having only one out. And now you've got arguably the two most explosive bats in Whitney Reeves and Courtney Bailey scheduled up to bat.
Reeves, great defensive bat in this lineup. You've got Courtney Bailey, like you said, Tyler, just waiting in the wings with ducks on the pond, so to speak. 1 and 2 with just the one out. Phillips winds one in. This is lined over the shortstop's head out into center field. Step relays it in, and Parton will stay at third base. The bases are loaded with one out, and the best bat in this lineup stepping up to the plate. Have the tables turned. Single to start the inning for Macy Roberts. A walk by Bent, a line out by Harwood, and now a single by Whitney Reeves. And Courtney Bailey will be hit. A hit by pitch with the bases loaded. It's an RBI for Courtney Bailey. And South Greene scores their first run of the ball game. 4-1 here at the top of the third inning. A ball to start on Paisley Brobeck. Maybe if you're Coach Avery Weems here, you might think about a circle visit. Powwow. This is swung on. It's put down the right field line. It falls fair. It'll go all the way out to the fence. One run comes in. A second one waved around. Courtney Bailey looking to score from first base, and she will. We're all tied up. It's a 3 RBI triple by Paisley Brobeck. It's 4-4 in the top of the third inning.
It's a way to break it open.
What a swing.
I mean, the game of softball is not only so crazy, but it's so weird. You have no momentum. You have nothing going. And all it takes is just a little bit of buildup and then one burst and one explosion. And all of a sudden now we're tied.
And all that can change in an instant. And it began with that single by Roberts. And, of course, we know the enemy of all things holy. It is walks and free passes. And one of those walks coming back to bite the Huskies here. A tie ball game in the top of the third inning. Now the tables have turned. First runs that South Greene has scored in this series, and it comes in the top of the third inning here in game number 2. The first triple of the season for Paisley Brobeck as well. Just her third extra base hit of the day, or of the year, I should say. But RBIs 10, 11, and 12 on the season for the Milligan softball signee. Excellent stuff there by Miss Paisley Brobeck. And we're all tied up 4 apiece. Still just one out. And Haley Williamson will dig in. Nice pitch there. Graces the outside corner for a strike. Williamson falls behind early. Maddie Phillips looking to bounce back. This is grounded right to the shortstop. The throw home, the tag applied, and the out is made. What a play. Freshman to sophomore at the plate, and Paisley Brobeck is tagged out, sliding into home. 2 down with 1 on here in the top of the third. The game remains tied at 4.
It's a bold move, too, because you don't realize how hard that is until you're in that moment because you have to throw it and get the tag applied also. But she was in good position right there. It keeps that run off the board, too, which is big because you just gave up a 4-run lead now, so you're able to keep it tied for the moment.
Takes a lot of metal to make that play, especially as a freshman at shortstop.
Freshman to sophomore.
Josie Graham taking up a lot of space there at home plate also to make the tag. This is a pop out to end the inning, and we're staying tied as we enter the bottom of the third. It's 4-4. Brand new ball game here for the Spotlight Game of the Week on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
South Greene able to bring across the equalizing runs in the top of the third inning. We're tied at 4 as we enter the home half. A 3 RBI triple by Paisley Brobeck, obviously the most eye-catching swing of that last side, but she also had an RBI hit by pitch with the bases loaded from Courtney Bailey and singles from Whitney Reeves and Macy Roberts. The walk by Ben also thrown in there. Just a game or an inning in which the snowball started to roll and it just slowly started to pick up steam, and then you sit there and you look, and Paisley Brobeck clears the bases with that triple. And we've got ourselves a brand new game tied at 4. Leading things off here for the Huskies, the cleanup batter, Josie Graham. 4, 5, and 6 due up here to start the inning for North Greene. She'll see a first pitch strike on the outer edge. Josie Graham, who has had 5 at-bats, plate appearances, I should say, in this series. All 5 she has reached on a base on balls. 5 walks for Josie.
Graham is not accustomed to seeing first pitch strikes either. I think most of those had been first pitch balls.
And they weren't really close counts either. They were just 4 or 5 pitch walks issued.
And I mean, we're trending towards that same direction right now also. I mean, I'm not saying they're afraid to pitch to her, but just the way the counts look on paper, that's almost what it looks like.
So roll over on this one, and it scoots out of bounds on the left side. Some might call it foul territory.
This might be the only time that she's got to a 2-strike count so far in this pair of games.
Here's the 2-2 by Bailey. It's swung on in his launch, but this one, I can tell from my seat this time that it is foul. Had that home run, but it was foul in the first game.
She might have reached 2 strikes, actually, when she had that one before.
This one is skied high into shallow center. Sadie Knowles will move in, and Haley Williamson will range out to make the grab for out number 1. A good play by the Rebel shortstop, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Shortstop priority over everybody else in the infield.
Almost seems like a surprise to see her get out now.
First time she's been retired this series. And with an out, nobody on, Maddie Phillips will step to the plate after flying out to center her last time up.
First out for Graham in this series, and she's 0 for 1 in 6 plate appearances.
That's the way it goes sometimes with baseball and softball. Phillips 1 for 4 with an RBI in game 1. Did really well there until she ran into some trouble in the top of the third inning from the circle at least. Like Coach Avery Weems checking up with the home plate umpire here. The 1-1 pitch upstairs, and it's quickly 2-1. Bailey will wind one in. This one is ripped over the shortstop's head and out into left center for a single from Maddie Phillips. Her second base knock of the day. And the Huskies have 1 on with 1 out. And a tie game here in the bottom of 3. Anna Brooks, a 2 RBI double, her first time around as she steps to the plate here in the bottom of the third. Bailey winds one in, and again the Huskies will look to steal second. Not this time. Maddie Phillips gunned down at second base. Reeves to Williamson for out number 2 on the caught stealing. That's a great throw by Whitney Reeves. No, she's got the cannon. Used to playing out in center field, but
it's hard to throw somebody out in softball.
Yeah. We'll have time here before the next pitch here. What is going on here today?
What did happen?
It's 2-0 after a second ball is thrown. Anna Brooks ahead in the count. We saw this battle a couple times in game number 1. Brooks winning more times than not as she smokes this one down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Now I'm just looking at the reactions of the players at this point. I saw Brooks and she took a step and then turned around. I wasn't even going to try to act like that one was fair. Brooks 2 for 3 with an RBI and a base on balls in game number 1. You're seeing it well, you could say. 4 strikeouts in the circle in that first game as well. This one driven through the left side, and she'll reach a second single by this Lady Husky team. And with 2 outs and a runner on, we'll see Heidi Trantham. All in all, her 4th hit of the series, Anna Brooks's.
Hear more commotion up on the Diamond Tundra at the moment where the Huskies seem to be doing well right now against the Highlanders.
We've got a change here in the lineup to run. I believe that's Kylie Listick in to courtesy run at first base, or pinch run, excuse me, for Hannah Brooks. Oh.
According to E-Dog, Owen Pierce for the grand slam. What a moment on his senior night. He's had some cool moments in his senior year.
Yeah.
Walk-off 2-run double. I guess that would technically be a walk-off grand slam.
He's kind of a Eugenio Suarez type character. Might not get a start, but he'll just come in and hit a nuke or hit a walk-off just whenever you need him to. Heidi Trantham, the RBI single her first time up, and this one is a wild pitch that advances Listick from first to second. Tied 4-4. Courtney Bailey looking to get her team off the field. This is swung on and moved into foul territory.
Eugenio really is one of those only, like, home run or nothing players you have left anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a dying breed.
It is. Joey Gallo was one of my favorite ones to watch. Dude was hitting 185, but he was good for 30 homers a year. The 1-2 is lifted into left field. Moving over to make the grab is Nevaeh Davis, and the inning is over. Still 4-4. We move to the 4th. This is the Spotlight game of the week. 2 innings left to play here in North Greene, South Greene on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
We're tied at 4 entering the top of the 4th inning in our Spotlight game of the week. Final from the Diamond Tundra. North Greene victorious 15-0 over Cloudland. I had a inside the park homer that Jimmy Bowman caught on tape. You can catch that on our socials at Green Sports Zone here in just a few hours. And we also had a walk-off homer, a grand slam by the senior Owen Pierce on senior day. That's for Husky baseball as they get the big district win over Cloudland. Meanwhile, South Greene, North Greene deadlocked in a good one on the softball diamond. Leading off for the Rebels is Sadie Knowles as she will poke one right side. It's retired by Addie Dean, 4-3 as we start here in the top of the fourth. So Macy Roberts, who started that third inning rally, who reached by the single and became the first domino to fall, her first time up, will step up to the plate for a second time. We know the power is in the bat. Has actually fared really well and has stayed near the bottom of that order, but she has been a very good bat, a trusted bat in this South Greene lineup. A .417 batter, a .440 on base percentage, a double, and 4 runs driven in on the season for Macy Roberts. This is the 0-1, and she'll look at it to even up the count, 1-1. I guess you could call it the bullpen out here, Tyler, to our left. Starting to see some action with Hannah Brooks starting to warm. So we could see her come in for a save opportunity.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
If North Greene was to pull.
Be on the right field
ahead.
fence.
Yeah. The bullpen, you got the bullpen. Might be I don't know, it's right behind the propane tank. You tell me. 2-1 swung on by Macy Roberts, and the count ties at 2-2.
Luckily, she's throwing the opposite way of my vehicle right now. I don't expect Hannah to even get out of control anyway. She could throw it. You could use my car as a backstop, and I would trust it.
Maddie Phillips spins one in. It's fouled away by Macy Roberts. You can use it as a backstop.
I mean, that is one thing about Hannah that I think is most impressive is she has great command.
Does.
You don't have many passed balls. You don't have many things like that to happen.
It's a busy day on campus here at North Greene High School. See a ton of folks walking around, bouncing from facility to facility. This is backhanded by Traylon Sutherland, and she will tag the bag for out number 1. Good play by the Husky first baseman as she puts the first away.
I used to always love days like this at West Greene also when you'd have a soccer game going on with baseball and softball. That would be awesome.
Oh, my mistake. 2 outs there. Forgot about that Knowles ground out as well. So 2 down, nobody on for the 80-hole hitter, the freshman McKenna Bent. Bent, who started the game in the circle and never really had too many that I can remember at Chucky Doak. I know
Chucky
there was
Doak's more spaced out.
Yeah,
though. You've got softball and soccer together sometimes, which is cool.
There was
Hopefully
a couple.
we get a day now where you have tennis involved. Now that we have the tennis courts down there, but with baseball being on top of the hill right there, you don't have as much action just in one area, but you do have it there on the same campus. You just can't walk from one game to the next if you're doing baseball.
You could scooter down there.
You could. You can all carpool down there.
Maddie Phillips looking to get out of the frame unscathed. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another punch out for Maddie Phillips, and the Huskies will move into the home half. Still tied 4-4 with their cross-county rivals. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week on First Horizon, Greene Sports Zone.
When it comes to healthcare, no one wants to feel rushed. At Abundant Healthcare Clinic in Greenville, we take the time to listen, explain, and truly care. We're a nonprofit clinic backed by 60 years of experience from Evergreen Life Services. From sports and routine physicals to common illnesses and minor injuries, we focus on you, not the clock. Call 423-278-2501 to schedule your appointment today. Abundant Healthcare Clinic. We take the time. Others don't.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
Tied at 4, we remain deadlocked as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2-3 frame by Maddie Phillips in the Husky defense as she ends it with a strikeout. We've played now 3.5 innings from Baileyton. South Greene 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, clean softball. And North Greene 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors themselves, equally clean here this afternoon. Overall, South Greene leaving just 1 runner on base. North Greene has left 3 stranded as we enter the home half. Traylon Sutherland steps up to the plate, and at the same time, you see a couple outfielders take a few steps back. That's the type of power that she possesses, and this is roped into left field for a leadoff single Traylon Sutherland gets out of the jam. Went hitless up until that point in this series. That's a pretty good way to break out of it. A single as we begin the bottom of the fourth.
It flies off the bat so quickly, too, and has such a high velocity that even if it doesn't get off the ground, you wonder how far it will go.
Yeah. I mean, she just whacks it.
For that one just to reach the outfield like it did right there with a little trajectory is impressive.
And my mistake, she did single in the fourth inning of game number 1. I glossed over that one. But with Sutherland's single, the go-ahead run reaches aboard. E-step ducks out of the way of this one. Sutherland will make her way to second base and advance into scoring position. Those wild pitches, those walks we saw plague North Greene early on today. Will they do the same for South Greene here in this tie game, bottom of the fourth? Kinley E-step will put a bunt down right back to the circle. Bailey fields it, throws it. The out is not going to be on time. E-step is safe. She beats it out. And North Greene has runners on the corners with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. A bunt single by Kinley E-step. So dangerous from that 9-hole.
Are you ever surprised when you see a bunt from North Greene?
Not from E-step. Not from E-step and not from
I'm not very
Trantham.
surprised on any of them. And I also do not blame them on any of them.
They're just so quick as a team. They got
and they do
so
good
much team speed.
at actually laying down the bunts too. Like very rarely do you ever see any bunts that go straight up in the air, that go foul.
Coach Amy Hawk going to have a word with the two officials here, pleading her case on the call that was just made. The call had to be made from behind second base, so the official not in the best position to make a call like that, but sometimes you just have to deal with the reality that you're forced to only have the two umpires. No Andrew French, that's for sure.
Amy covering her mouth so we can't see what she says.
So Miss Hawk pleading her case with the home plate umpire. Didn't know this, Tyler. Did you know Amy Hawk was a former Rebel basketball coach?
Yes.
2 seasons back in the mid-2000s. Actually a longtime coach there at South Greene, and didn't know that. I was doing some research earlier today, and I ran into an old headline, but there you have it. Didn't know she had a son either. Until he told me that earlier, a couple weeks ago. So Coach Hawk is going to go out and continue to have that conversation just to the right of the second base bag here. Yeah, I mean, we can only assume what's being said. Playing 5 innings here in game number 2. Some patrons urging.
Disgruntled fans?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from and who it might be.
Well, we will get back to business here. Huskies with runners at the corners with no outs. Bottom of the fourth. Looking to break this 4-4 tie.
One thing I do love about games here at North Greene, too, is seeing the amount of lawn chairs just spread out around the fence. I do like that part of it.
Huskies going to try to steal here. Sliding in head first is E-step. Just getting below the tag there. From our vantage point, I thought she might have gotten tagged out. Bailey winds one in, still in the dust cloud in the circle. And you talk about a Husky team that loves to steal, loves to take advantage on the base pass. They do so here, putting their second into scoring position.
That one was close, too.
So a big opportunity here by Addie Dean. 0 for 2 on the day, a pop out and a ground out. The freshman with a big moment here in the bottom of the fourth. This is in as she gets out of the way of ball number 3.
Excuse me?
We had something there with the two officials just asking for clarification. The field umpire checking to make sure there were still no outs. 3-1 outside. It's been a Monday, that's for sure.
That it has.
The 3-1 lifted up off the bat, and this one will find green grass. 1 run will score. Another one is on its way. Dean will chase it all the way down to third base, and she'll be waved home. It's an inside the park homer, and the Huskies lead 7-4. Addie Dean, 3 RBI inside the park home run to put the Huskies on top. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Little League home run, and my goodness, that one, I'm not even sure there was an error attached to that one.
Once again, we talk about the speed that this team possesses.
And we have seen 2 inside the park home runs, 1 for baseball and 1 for softball on the same day, both at home here from Bailey. That's incredible. Eva Leonard stands in with no outs. Huskies leading by 3 now.
A point to make also, we have to remember this is a 5-inning game. All North Greene needs now is just 3 outs in the top of the 5th, and they go home with a win. So this is almost like getting in the bottom of the 6th right now. That's a clutch.
That's the
Not only
go-ahead.
a clutch hit, but a home run.
Go ahead inside the park home run. Stop me if you heard that one before. Leonard pokes one left side. Brobeck fields it, throws it. The out of the inning is recorded for the first time. What a moment there by the freshman, Addie Dean. First hit of the day, and it came at such an opportune time. 4th RBI of the day and in the series. This is popped up to the right side, and Turnmeyer is sent down on the infield pop-out. Go-ahead runs coming in to score here in the half inning for North Greene. And Josie Graham will come to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with 5 walks here in this series with their cross-county rivals. 4 stolen bags, 2 runs scored for the Lady Husky in Josie Graham. Actually, 3 runs scored. You count her one in this game, too. We'll ground this one to the left side, and she is called out to end the inning. But the moment belongs to Addie Dean. The go-ahead 3 RBI inside the park home run, and the Huskies need just 3 outs to capture this series. 7-4, we move to the final inning and complete our doubleheader. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Your project needs power. Williams Electric Supply has it all. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with every wire, cable, switch, and electrical need. No one does electrical better. Williams Electric Supply. Your home needs lighting. Williams Electric Supply has it all. A showroom full of ideas for lighting your home for comfort. Find us in Bristol, Greenville, Johnson City, and Kingsport for unique lighting and every perfect light fixture. No one does lighting better. Williams Electric Supply.
3 outs left to give for the North Greene Lady Huskies, and someone you don't want to see comes into the circle if you're South Greene. Hannah Brooks, she fanned 14 batters in game number 1 in those 7 innings pitched, going the complete game distance and shutting out those South Greene bats. 14 of the 21 outs recorded coming from Hannah Brooks in that strikeout pitch. Now with a 3-run lead, she comes in looking to get the save, as we have seen an absolute classic on the campus of North Greene High School here today on a Monday. A 3-run swing there in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's ruled a triple by Addie Dean plus the bag by the air, but ultimately a Little League home run that gives the Huskies their 3-run advantage as we enter our final frame. all the wind taken out of the South Greene sails as we enter our final inning. Reagan Arwood will lead things off for the Rebels. It'll be 9-1-2, so you still got your two best bats in Whitney Reeves and Courtney Bailey still to swing, but you got Hannah Brooks coming up to face them once more. She'll start off with the ball outside. Just 2 Rebel swings and 2 Rebel hits there in that first game that came for hits. A 2-hit bid through 7 innings for Hannah Brooks to go along with that shutout. This one is lifted high by Arwood. It's out towards left field. Eva Leonard will camp underneath it for out number 1, and the Rebels are down to their final 2. Looking to avoid being swept here on the road. So Whitney Reeves and Courtney Bailey, as they'll be up for the 3rd time here today. A game originally beginning back on March 27th. Pushed back due to rain, resumed in the bottom of the 4th today to be completed. And then the second game of 5-inning twin bill to complete our doubleheader on a Monday. 2 longtime foes, cross-county rivals, out of conference, but couldn't tell by the way these 2 teams have played here today. And Hannah Brooks looking to close the door on this Rebel cohort. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brooks quickly back to the rubber. Will rock, wind, and deliver. It's poked foul. And Whitney Reeves doing all she can do to stay alive in the count.
What'd that hit?
Might hit that
There's a wooden
electric
board up
box
there.
there. Here's the 1-2 by Brooks. It is driven out by Reeves, but it is out of play. Hooked foul over top the South Greene dugout. Everyone at the ballpark here is in on pins and needles. All those that were at the baseball stadium making their way over to catch the conclusion of this one from the right field area. Bring their lawn chairs with them.
Up there, though.
This is inside on Whitney Reeves. It's a called ball, and the count evens.
Also, how weird is this? I just realized there's 2 double headers at both fields.
Huh.
For baseball and softball. I just
Didn't realize baseball played 2.
2 double headers today.
Brooks will wind one in. The 2-2 is scorched out to left by Reeves, and it is foul. She'll see one more. Temperature starting to fall just a bit here from Baileyton. Otherwise, it's been a picturesque day for some high school softball. The wind having died down as well, a non-factor for any potential home run balls here in these next to last outs. Get a new ball out on the field for Blue behind home plate. Still 2-2. Whitney Reeves digs in. Her team's survival up for grabs. Brooks spins one in. It's lifted up by Reeves, middle infield, and Hannah Brooks will call everybody off. It's 2 outs, and looks like Reeves might have tripped around the bag there at first base. She gets up a little gingerly and will make her way out to the dugout. South Greene down to its final out here in the top of the 5th inning. The closer, Hannah Brooks. What do you say? Strike in on the knees, and Courtney Bailey and the Rebels down to their final 2 strikes. Hannah Brooks working quickly. Locked in, the 0-1. Puts a swing on to 1 foul behind the press box, and the Rebels have just 1 strike remaining. Brooks looking to close this one out. The go-ahead 3 runs brought in by Addie Dean in the bottom of the 4th. Hannah Brooks sent in to close this one out. She's going to ask for a new ball here. With Courtney Bailey stepping back in. One of just 2 Rebels to get a hit. In that first game, none here. Hannah Brooks comes in, rips the door off the hinges. Huskies hold on to win 7-4 thanks to the 3 RBI triple from Addie Dean. Go-ahead runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Huskies get the sweep here at home. 7-4 in Game 2, 8-0 in Game number 1. Brooks gets the win in Game 1, striking out 14, and she gets the save here in Game 2, closing the door and ending the Rebel hopes at a comeback 7-4. Again, your final. We'll come back, recap it when we return. This has been the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
In Greenville, we blend beauty with Southern charm.
From sharp cuts to flawless color and perfect extensions, we make dream hair real.
As milkshake experts, we deliver exclusive treatments, glosses, and pro product advice. Finish your look with nails and waxing done with care.
Relax and recharge with our signature Japanese head spa.
Come experience the Main Brand difference.
At the Main Brand Hair Company,
we wrangle your tangles.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside, or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
Well, a fun night of softball in North Greene County sees North Greene taking the sweep over cross-county rivals 7-4 in game number 2, 8-0 in game number 1. Hannah Brooks, who went the complete game distance, struck out 14 in game 1, which was postponed due to rain back on March 27th. We picked it up today, 17 days removed from the scene or the initial first pitch that was thrown, but 17 days after, and it's a doubleheader sweep for the North Greene Lady Huskies. 7-4 in game 2. It was tied going into the bottom of the 4th inning, and then a 2 RBI triple by Addie Dean. Thanks to an error by South Greene, allowed her to score was the inside the park homer, the Little League home run, if you will, which provided the go-ahead runs, and North Greene would hang on to win 7-4 with Hannah Brooks coming in and closing the door and recording the save for this Lady Husky ball club. Overall, North Greene with 7 runs on 9 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. South Greene, 5 hits combined in their 2 games. They go 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, which proved costly, and a runner left on base. Tyler, a lot of thoughts about this one. It was a great day for some softball, and it certainly came through, especially in that second game. A lot of stuff to be excited about, more so for North Greene, but for South Greene, some highlights in there as well.
Yeah, it was a very odd day having the split doubleheader, the modified doubleheader, I guess you could say, the continuation of a game played 17 days ago. But North Greene looked like they didn't cool off any. They did a really good job adding more runs there in the first game, and then they continued that in the second game with 4 runs in the very first inning to kind of piggyback that success from game 1 to game 2. And even though everything was split, where you have the first 4 innings and then 17 days and then the last 3 and then 30 minutes and then the first. North Greene did a great job of sustaining all of that success and being able to carry it over. You never saw them go cold at any points during the game. Of course, you saw some frames that had some zeros in it, but I don't ever remember there being a time where I thought North Greene's offense was dead and had died off any. South Greene, kind of the opposite of that. They really struggled to get anything put in motion in either games. Error-filled first game, the second game here, they didn't get anything going until the latter whenever they had 4 runs there in the 3rd inning, and they just couldn't hold on to it after that. They couldn't get that 5th one across, and then Addie Dean with that clutch hit to break it open. So all around weird day, fun day, wouldn't have it any different. Another fun day between 2 county rivals.
It was absolutely wild. North Greene will move to 10-6 with 2 wins here today, and South Greene falls for just the 4th time this season, or for just the 3rd time this season with a pair of losses. Now, I mean, you look at their losses too, Tyler. A loss against Unicoi County, a loss against Cott County, now 2 to North Greene. Some of the best in their respective classifications with those 4 losses making up for the South Greene Lady Rebels. 8-4 on the season now. They turn their attention tomorrow against Happy Valley at home, will South Greene, and then they will complete their week Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Tiny Day Classic, the Tiny Day Tournament, Morristown West and Cloudland this Friday, 5 and 7:30 for South Greene, that is. For North Greene, they are now 10-6. They'll be in action tomorrow on the road in Sneedville. A wonderful place, so I'm told, not actually. At Hancock County tomorrow at 5:30. Thursday night, they will begin their Tiny Day Tournament against Sullivan East and Daniel Boone, 4:30 and 5:45. Saturday, they'll have that day off on Friday, but Saturday, it'll be Jeff County and Knox Central at 10 and 12:30 in the morning. Tiny Day Tournament is on the way. Both of these teams need some momentum. North Greene certainly got it here today. 14 punch-outs from Hannah Brooks in game number 1. A win, a save, a 2-for-2 day in game number 2 with a double and 2 RBIs. But perhaps the biggest moment we saw from either game, Addie Dean's go-ahead 2 RBI triple there in the bottom of the 4th inning would bring in ultimately the game-winning runs as Dean would finish with that triple and 2 runs driven in and also coming in to score herself as North Greene would hold on to get the victory 7-4. Great job by Maddie Phillips as well at the start of the game. Did run into some trouble, but she goes 4 innings of work, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, as both North Greene pitching efforts were really stellar through both games, particularly from Hannah Brooks, who combined goes 8 innings pitched, allows just 2 hits, strikes out 15 total Rebel bats, walks 0. That's the biggest thing for me, 0 in the walks.
Yeah, and having Hannah stretch between game 1 to game 2 and then have her close game 2, that was something I had forgot about in my initial reaction to the game, and that's deadly. I mean, you kind of wonder in the 4th inning of a game, is a pitcher going to start wearing down a little bit? Well, in the 4th inning of this game, she was just starting to heat up because it was a brand new game. And how many did you say a total combined strikeouts? 15 between 2 games. We know she had 14 in the first, but phenomenal job by Hannah to keep South Greene in check, and that's a main reason why South Greene wasn't able to get anything going in the first game. And then South Greene's pitching never really found any consistency there. Tried a few things. I actually tried a new pitcher that we hadn't seen yet at the varsity level. We had seen both Nevaeh Davis and Courtney Bailey in the first game and today being the only 2 pitchers that South Greene has thrown this year, but you see a new face out there today. So it was cool to see that. It was cool to see Hannah Brooks be able to show her stuff and pretty much dominate with 15 strikeouts bridging between both games. And then Maddie Phillips, even though she did give up 4 at one point, she did do a really good job getting deep into counts and finding her way out of it on the positive side of things.
Fun to see 2 inside the park home runs also today, and both also caught on tape. Jimmy Bowman of Green Sports Zone will have those highlights and many, many more. Just head to our social medias. Wherever you do social media, we got you covered. GreenSportsZone.com also where you can find out all the latest in Greenville and Greene County athletics. Coming up this week for us on our Green Sports Zone airwaves. This Thursday, Greenville baseball making its debut here in the spring. It'll be our Botman-Bernard Game of the Week presented by Tommy's Plumbing as they play host to the Oak Ridge Wildcats. That one should be a very fun ball game between 2 opponents at the top of their respective state rankings. Oak Ridge, the number 1 team in 4A. Greenville, the number 1 team in 3A. That's Thursday night for you. Wednesday, Greenville baseball on the radio airwaves. They'll have Science Hill. That game begins at 5 o'clock on WGRV 99.5 FM, where you can find that one. That will conclude our coverage for the week. But, of course, as always, Tyler Nichols will be providing a write-up for this one here between North Greene and South Greene. You can head to our website at greensportszone.com for a full recap and story from North Greene's doubleheader sweep over their cross-county rivals. That'll put a bow on tonight's broadcast, though, for our incredible crew on hand here for today. For Jimmy Bowman for that excellent video, for Ethan Cooper as well for his work on the camera, for Tyler Nichols, our producer, I'm Matthew Palazzo saying so long, good night, and God bless from Baileyton.